Welcome back to Let's Play Mars Warlogs. I'm BurningDogFace, and I thought I'd check out the lore. Maybe if I get rid of all this, I can keep up with it more easily. I remember there was a lot of reading in the early episodes of Let's Play Batman Arkham Origins too. Found this one interesting. The turmoil. After the colonists had been on the planet for nearly 70 years and had begun to flourish, Mars tilted on its axis during a catastrophe that affected the entire solar system. So maybe the day isn't like 24 and a half hours long anymore. I guess that would explain why he lost track of whether it was day or night. Many buildings were destroyed and communications of the Earth severed. Many of the inhabitants, forced to flee the ruined cities and agricultural areas, were exposed to the terrible solar radiation, and the survivors became the dust, mutants rejected by society. Water quickly began to run short, with the distribution companies gaining new power, replacing the government. There are therefore two peoples coexisting on Mars, the dust and those who remained human. The latter gathered under the banners of four large water companies with different histories, philosophies, and ways of life, and which are in perpetual conflict. Now Aurora, the youngest of the guilds, is at war with Abundance, and but for the excellence of its generals, the large number of technomancers in its rank, and the unexpected involvement of the militias in the conflict, it would doubtless have been swept aside. And over here, what? That's strange. I wonder what I was doing way down there. Yeah. Abundance is the oldest of the water companies. It was created just after the turmoil by the survivors of the Hydro-Engineering Corps of the MN, Martian nations, which managed the development of the planet's water resources. After the Great Catastrophe, Abundance had a single objective: ensure the survival of all of the colonists by ensuring the provision of water to as many enclaves as possible. In a way, this meant continuing the MN's mission despite losing contact with Earth. Oops. But during the long period of chaos that followed the turmoil, the followers of Abundance would little by little come to understand the power they had in the new Martian society. Thus, although they had begun as a neutral structure, Abundance progressively became an enlightened dictatorship, before transforming into a consortium as despotic as it was monolithic. Its hierarchical, I've never been able to say that word properly, and militaristic structure has made it very powerful despite the appearance of rivals against whom it wages a quasi-perpetual war. Aurora, apparently affiliated with the White Lantern Corps. Aurora is the youngest of the four water companies. It was founded by pioneers seeking to discover new sources of water to escape from the straitjacket of the other guilds. But after some success, the risks involved in the process... What? But after some success, the risks involved in the process, unnecessary comma, and the loss of the technical ability would lead to the guild to eventually join the war for the known sources. The stamp of mysticism, each of its citizens bears a virtue name that is supposed to describe them. Today its power lies in the large number of technomancers in its ranks, as well as in the daring and strategic skills of its new dowser, Wisdom. That's not very well written, I gotta say. The Camp 19 guards are Abundant soldiers withdrawn from the front for health reasons or for some failing on the battlefield. They take fewer risks, and their greatest enemy is boredom. Everyone is afraid of the camp leader, the technomancer Sean, who is known for his intransigence and severity. Camp 19 prisoners. The prisoners in Camp 19 are all Aurora soldiers captured during the war. They have to work in and maintain the camp, with each assigned to a role on arrival. Most of them are stoically waiting for the end of the war, but some are taking advantage of the situation to do business, or dream of escape. And I got this new one. Mechanic. The mechanic works in Camp 19 for Abundance. He is in charge of keeping the equipment in good order, but has few resources to do so with, and always seems to be missing something. Yes. The Camp 19 is a camp created by Abundance to house Aurora prisoners of war. It is an old drilling well located away from the front and an ideal holding area. The prisoners work at different jobs here to keep the area running independently, and trains are the only link to the other enclaves. The sandpit, or sand showers, where prisoners can wash, somehow. It is unfortunately a dangerous place, especially for new arrivals who are unaware of the violence that can occur. I do like that they keep all this in here. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's what guard break was. What do you roll? Alright, you haven't told me that yet, but whatever. Enemies with glasses or helmets and animals are unaffected by this skill. I don't have that skill. I don't know why it's telling me that. Obviously, the fat guy was really pissed off that he'd been humiliated in the sand pit, so he was waiting for us outside. Pretty sure of himself. Roy gave him a lesson I figured it'll take some time to forget. Okay, so is the diary being written by Innocence? He probably would have killed. It probably would even have killed him if the guard hadn't got involved. I have to wonder where they were when I needed them. And there's my side quest. Oops. That seems like a good thing to invest in. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't realize before. This isn't like perks you get for just doing stuff. You have to do stuff to unlock them, but then you still have to pay with these points. Alright then. Fair enough. Get more experience anyway. Quick learner! Experience from defeating the enemies increased by 10%. That is a really dumb looking weapon. Alright, now we need to get to the mess hall, they were saying, in order to, ooh, shiny. In order to have a talk. Thanks for putting up with all that jabbering, folks. I actually feel like I understand the world a bit better now. It's kind of annoying when you, sometimes when I tell him to go off in a direction, he'll start off just walking real slow before moving, faster. Okay. Wait. Ah. Okay. How do you get to Bob down there? And why would I want to talk to Bob? Because he's a person of interest. Oh, that's not very helpful. I thought it was going to be like a mini-map in the corner. Hey, it's Steven!
Hey, Roy. Just wanted to tell you, everyone's talking about how you took out the fat guy. He was embarrassing the entire Aurora army. Here, take this. A little thank you.
Huh, thanks.
Cracked tube. Oh, it's a weapon. Yeah, it's better than the one I'm using. Yeah. Handle. Why is it on the handle? That makes no sense. I skid. Of any of this stuff. Yeah, hardware. I have 1 cloth and 2 scrap metal, so I could do this, which increases my chance of critical hit by 1%. But I was, What? No. I need 4 cloth to do that. Yeah, I worked that out already, but thanks anyway. Looks way more badass than what I've actually got. Can I look at, I don't see any way to look at Innocence's stuff. I guess he just takes care of himself. Or maybe they'll teach me how to do that later. Scrap metal 4. Oh! Wouldn't want to like get my ass kicked because I hit the wrong button. This is no good. Hey, Steven. I haven't seen you since Dust and Elysian Tale. Hello, and welcome to our POW camp. I remember great leaping herds of Steves in the area beneath that one town. What? Oh, okay, I guess there's something I needed in there.
Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm thinking, damn it. You mean you're sleeping? This ain't bridge with your grandma, remember? Get it together. Huh? Alright, I call.
Yeah, okay, alright. You call, alright. Your mama. Full houses with aces in your face. Shit.
Shit, you're lucky today, man. I don't believe it.
Show me the cash, man. One more.
Ah, shit. I don't know. Man, you're really bleeding me dry.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that the voice acting still isn't, you know, amazing.
Hey you! If you're heading to the mess, make sure you watch your step. Don't even think about doing the same thing you did with Fatso.
He didn't exactly give us a choice.
Yeah. The fight that part I get. But you went too far. Keep your head down for a while, okay?
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Almost, you know, beating him to death. Alright. I'm probably not supposed to do that. Actually feel just a bit bad about, Yeah, let's do that. About, you know, just upgrading my stuff while Innocence is still running around in a shirt. Is that over here? No. Whatever, let's do that. Forearms, upgrade to leather. Nice. Achievement unlocked, recycling. Upgrade an object. Oh, is that what it says? See, I thought it was gibberish.
The access looks blocked for the moment.
Well, how the hell do I get to the mess? Maybe through here. And there's a big sign there, but, you know, whatever. What do they mean, recruitment office? This is a prison camp. So, yes, if you'd like to defect, here is the place to do it. It's marginally less shitty in our bunker. What the fuck is that, anyway? You know, they talked about importing animals from Earth. That's not one of them. Doing pretty well for that quest. Of course, I've actually figured out how to find the specific items. As opposed to this. Okay, here's another one. And one more cloth to put a handle on this thing. Ah, the mess hall. Yeah, looks kind of shell-shocked.
Let's find somewhere quiet. Here we are. It's not 5-star, but it's safe. No one fights in the mess. Now we can talk in private.
What did you want to talk to me about?
Keep your voice down. This is a sensitive matter. I'm planning on breaking out of here. It'll be tough doing it on my own. Probably impossible, but with what happened, I thought you might want to get out.
This sounds like a dream. Do you have a plan?
I've been working on this for a while, but I'm gonna need you, and it's gonna take some balls. Sure you're up for this?
Of course. I don't like being locked up any more than the next guy. If my first day is any indication of what's to come, you know.
Almost being raped will do that to
Then
him.
listen up. This place is here for a reason. Crumbling wall, guards who don't give a shit, and surrounded by desert. But if you're outside when the sun rises, you'll bake in your boots right before your eyes melt.
I get
Ah.
it. Then how are we doing this?
There's only one way. We have to steal the train that brings the prisoners here.
But that's I mean, you're tough and all, but how can you pull something like that off?
I want you to volunteer to work for the electric station in camp. You'll use the job to check out how they protect the train, everything about it. Once you get the info, with a little luck on my end, I'll have picked up some weapons. All that we'll have left to do is break in, knock out the electric barriers, and we're out of here.
But we already have weapons, don't we?
These toys aren't gonna do much against armed guards. They got armor. We'll need guns at least. And I've got a good idea how we're gonna get them.
Shit, guys, it's hitting the fan down there. Those abundance bastards sent some of our boys back in pieces again.
Holy shit. Are they dead?
If they're not, they're as good as. Bet those assholes are gonna come back with their sign-up speech again. More food if you go down, do some cleaning.
Yeah, except it's more food for those fucking bugs. Thanks, but I'll give it a miss. They can do their own cleaning.
Perfect. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
What are they talking about?
The drilling well keeps getting overrun by moles, and because the grunts have better things to do than get rid of the vermin themselves, they send prisoners in with weapons to take them out. I'm gonna volunteer. I'd better go with you to the recruitment office. It'll also give me a chance to sign up for a special detail.
All right. I'll ask to be assigned to the power plant.
Just get them to believe that you've already done that kind of work. It'll fly. Come on, let's go.
Sneeze! Oh, okay then. Looks like neat jello. Nice! I can put a handle on my beating stick. Okay. Oh! I can pick one. So let's see. Chance of critical hit +1, plus 1%, plus 2%. Physical damage +1. That's really dumb. I think we're gonna go with this one. That was pretty good too. I'd have to find some actual leather for that. For now, let's put this on it. How come I can't, you know, destroy this? Oh, I guess it's, they don't want it to be possible for you to destroy all of your clothes. So they have, you know, all of your clothes or all of your weapons. So, you know, it's like the Buster Sword in Final Fantasy VII. You just can't get rid of it.
Yes?
I have a few questions to ask you, if it's okay. What'd you do before you got drafted?
Not much. My parents had a store and I was going to take it over. I was sort of learning the tricks of the trade. But I wasn't really into it, to be honest. I preferred hanging out with my friends. And you?
I was the guild's dowser, didn't you know?
Really? That must have been something.
You can't possibly imagine. Actually, I did lots of little jobs here and there. Not always a lot of fun, but you gotta do what it takes. What battles did you fight in?
Mostly skirmishes. Lots of trench warfare around the shadow lines. Not good memories. Pretty bad, actually.
I hear that. War's pretty disgusting, but it seems like it's the only thing going on this rock.
And you? Seeing how you fight, you must have been really something at the front.
I wasn't in it for the glory. I don't like being front and center in a slaughter, and I wasn't trying to draw attention. Come on, let's go.
Alright. So we have a plan. Tune in to the next episode of Let's Play Mars Warlogs, when we talk to this, handsome chef. See you later, Burning Dog fans.